Welcome shooters and collectors to another edition of Side by Side. Today we're going to be doing a 1,000 round update on the SAR K12 Sport. I did a video on this comparing it to a CZ75 a couple months back. Since then I've put about 1,000 rounds through it, and I'd just like to report back of how the gun has performed. Overall, it's done a great job, phenomenal job for the money. It's been very accurate, and there's been no issues whatsoever with like failure to eject, failures to fire. Even in break-in period, it just went, and it's a great pistol. There are two issues that I did have with it, not major or anything like that, just some sort of little issues that I saw that I'd like to inform you about. The first one is the trigger, and on the trigger, for some reason, for lack of a better description, when I'm playing with it here, you just really don't feel it that much. But at the range, when you pull the trigger, you start taking the slack out, and then it feels like I said, for lack of a better explanation, it feels like you're going over a speed bump. And then you hit the wall, and then it fires, and it's got a very clean break. The only other gun I've ever felt this in is a Wilson Beretta 92. And I don't know with the trigger job if that will help this gun. I sort of suspect that it will. I thought maybe it might have something to do with the firing pin block, but that's usually at the very last bit of the trigger pull. So I don't know. Maybe if I take the firing pin block out and play with it a little bit, maybe that'll solve the issue. The second issue with the pistol is the rear sight, and it looks like a regular, sort of like a kin sight that they copied, and which can be found on 1911s, Rugers, whatever, Ruger 22s, whatever. However, this rear sight, there's no notches in this screw, and there's no little spring that's typically found right there. So when you're shooting the pistol and you're sighting it in, and you fire off a few rounds, you get a nice grouping, and then you want to move the grouping up to the point of aim. There's no clicks, and that's you usually want to do 3 clicks, shoot some more, see what happens, and then make adjustments from there. And with this, as you can tell, I can push the rear sight down. I can just twist it with my finger, and if you really wanted it to not have issues, or if you bump it and it moves a little bit, you're gonna have to Loctite this somehow. Interesting though, the horizontal does have a click adjustable, so I don't know why they do one way, but then they wouldn't do this one the other. Other than that, the gun has performed really well. I'm very pleased with it. I think if you purchased it and can get it for a good price, it's definitely competitive with a Tenfaglio or a CZ 75. Like I said, I'll do a trigger job on it next, and then I'll report back on that, so please stay tuned. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.